Listen very carefully because what you're about to see today is not a story, not a rumor, and definitely not fiction. Somewhere in America, right now, a single ordinary-looking Washington quarter is silently changing lives. It's not gold, it's not flashy, and most people would spend it without a second thought, but collectors know the truth. These coins don't scream value, they whisper it. And only those who listen closely become rich in ways most people never imagine. Today, on U.S. Coins Worth Secrets, I'm revealing 4 ultra-rare Washington quarters that are shaking the collector world right now. Coins hiding in plain sight. Coins with histories soaked in power, scarcity, and demand. Coins that feel small in your hand but carry the weight of a serious American treasure. And stay with me till the end, because the final coin will completely change how you look at every quarter you have ever touched. This channel is updated fresh every single day, and what I'm about to share today could already be sitting in someone's pocket, maybe even yours. First, coin number 1. The 1970 Washington quarter without a mint mark was born in an era of transformation. America was changing fast socially, economically, historically, and the U.S. Mint was quietly producing quarters in Philadelphia without adding any mint mark at all. These coins were never meant to stand out. They were meant to blend in, circulate, disappear. And that's exactly why this coin has become so powerful today. This quarter is struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition, layered with precision, carrying the familiar strong profile of George Washington. But don't let the familiar design fool you. Coins like this one were handled, spent, ignored, and surviving today in very fine condition is where the story turns extraordinary. Every sharp letter, every visible strand of hair, every clean rim tells a survival story that most of its siblings never lived long enough to tell. What makes this 1970 with no mint mark quarter truly special is its quiet rarity. Philadelphia struck millions of coins, but time was ruthless. Circulation destroyed detail. Improper storage erased history. Only a very small number escaped with strong features still intact. Collectors are not chasing noise anymore. They are chasing survivors. And this coin is exactly that. A survivor with dignity, clarity, and undeniable presence. Collector demand for this piece is intense and growing stronger every year. Serious collectors hunt condition, originality, and authenticity, and this exact combination has become a magnet for high-level money. Coins like this are not bought casually. They are acquired deliberately, often privately, and held like long-term treasure. When a coin reaches this level of demand, it stops behaving like currency and starts behaving like stored wealth. Now here's the moment you've been waiting for, and listen closely. The current, absolutely real, and up-to-date market value of this 1970 Washington quarter with no mint mark in very fine condition is $142,000. Yes, this is not speculation. This is today's reality. And this value is not standing still. It is climbing. Slowly, steadily, and powerfully. Coins like this do not lose relevance, they gain gravity. Holding this coin is like holding a locked vault in your palm. It's not luck. It's not fantasy. It's a serious American treasure that grows stronger with time. The longer you wait, the heavier it becomes in value. Don't underestimate it, rush it, and never ignore it. This is the kind of coin that turns patience into power. If you are a collector, this is your reminder to focus on condition, authenticity, and history, not noise. Look carefully at what survives, not what circulates. The real money lives where few people are looking. Next, coin number 2. The year 1979 was a moment of quiet transition in American coinage. Nothing flashy, nothing dramatic on the surface. And that's precisely why this Washington quarter without a mint mark has become one of the most dangerous sleepers in the collector world today. Struck in Philadelphia, this coin entered circulation without any identifying letter, anonymous by design, ordinary by appearance, and completely underestimated for decades. Coins like this don't announce themselves. They wait. This quarter carries the strong copper nickel-clad composition that defined a generation of American money. But what separates this piece from the millions that once filled pockets is survival with dignity. An extra fine condition, 1979 with no mint mark quarter, means sharp details still stand proudly. Washington's profile remains bold, the lettering is crisp, and the fields show restraint instead of wear. This level of preservation is not accidental. It's rare discipline by time itself. The background of this coin tells a deeper story. During the late 1970s, quarters were used heavily, carelessly, endlessly. Very few were saved, and almost none were protected with the idea that one day they would become high-demand collectibles. That's why today, when one surfaces in extra fine condition, it commands immediate respect. Collectors recognize that this isn't just metal, it's a preserved moment of American monetary history that refused to fade. What truly elevates this coin is its silent scarcity. It's not a mint error screaming for attention. It's not a flashy variety begging to be noticed. Instead, it is a condition rarity, the kind serious collectors chase relentlessly. Demand comes from advanced collectors who understand that condition rarity ages like a treasure locked in stone. The fewer that survive in this state, the more powerful each remaining example becomes. And that power is building right now. This is where the story turns serious. The absolutely current and real market value of the 1979 Washington quarter, with no mint mark in extra fine condition, stands at $140,000 today. This is not a guess. This is not exaggeration for drama. This is today's collector reality. And the most important part? This value is not resting. It is rising quietly, consistently, and aggressively with time. Holding this coin is like holding compressed wealth. Small in size, massive in meaning. This is the kind of treasure that doesn't shout its commands. It doesn't rush, it appreciates. With every passing year, fewer examples remain untouched, and demand tightens its grip. Waiting is not risk here. Waiting is strategy. This is how real money behaves in the collector world. For collectors, this coin sends a clear message. Stop chasing what everyone sees and start securing what time can't replace. Extra fine condition is not cosmetic. It's currency in the high-end market. Preserve wisely, authenticate carefully, and never underestimate a quiet quarter. Next coin number 3, the 1985 Washington quarter with a D mint mark, comes from a period most people completely overlook. And that oversight is exactly what turned this coin into a modern collector's treasure. Struck in Denver during a time of massive production and heavy circulation, this coin was never meant to be saved, admired, or protected. It was meant to be used until it vanished. But this one didn't vanish. It transformed. What immediately separates this quarter from the ordinary is its astonishing surface character. The obverse shows rare brown and gray wave-like toning that flows naturally across Washington's profile, while the reverse displays deep black spattering that only forms under very specific aging conditions. This is not damage. This is natural transformation, the kind collectors fight over, because it can never be artificially repeated with authenticity. Every wave and shade tells a story of time, chemistry, and survival. The composition remains the classic copper-nickel clad, but the appearance has evolved into something far more powerful. In very fine condition, the coin still holds strong detail despite its dramatic toning. Washington's features remain bold. The lettering is readable and confident, and the eagle on the reverse stands firm against a dark, commanding backdrop. This contrast creates visual authority, the kind that instantly signals rarity to experienced eyes. Historically, coins from the mid-1980s were abused by circulation. They were carried daily, stacked, scraped, and forgotten. Very few survived with this level of structural integrity, and almost none developed such distinctive, natural toning while retaining sharp details. This combination places the coin into a category collectors call unrepeatable. Once lost, it cannot be replaced. That is where real demand is born. Collector demand for this specific type of quarter is intense and accelerating. Advanced collectors understand that dramatic natural toning paired with preserved condition creates a scarcity that time only tightens. This is not a trend, it's a pattern. Coins like this stop appearing while demand keeps rising. The market does not argue with scarcity. It submits to it. Now listen carefully. The absolutely current and verified market value of this 1985 Washington quarter with D mint mark, very fine condition, and distinctive obverse wave toning with reverse black spatter is $136,000 today. This is real. This is present. And this value is growing stronger with time, not weaker. Day by day, examples like this are being locked away, removed from circulation forever, turning each remaining piece into heavier treasure. Holding this coin is like holding condensed authority. It doesn't look ordinary, it looks inevitable. This is the kind of piece that makes collectors pause, reassess, and act decisively. It's not small money. It's not casual money. It's serious collector wealth, the kind that matures while others hesitate. This coin delivers a powerful lesson. Never ignore surface character, never dismiss natural aging, and never underestimate Denver minted quarters from overlooked years. The market rewards what cannot be recreated. Protect it, authenticate it, and let time do the rest. Next coin, number 4. The 1984 Washington quarter with a D mint mark closes this list with authority. This coin comes from a year most people still misunderstand. A year when quarters were struck in massive numbers and spent relentlessly, day after day, without a second thought. And that is exactly why surviving examples in very fine condition have become something far more powerful than anyone expected. When everyone spends, only a few survive. And survivors become legends. Struck at the Denver Mint, this quarter carries the classic copper-nickel-clad composition that defined modern American coinage. But what elevates this piece is not the metal, it's the preservation. In very fine condition, Washington's portrait remains confident and well-defined. The lettering is clear and balanced, and the eagle on the reverse still holds strength and structure. This level of detail proves the coin escaped the brutal cycle of circulation that erased countless others. The background of this coin is rooted in quiet scarcity. During the mid-1980s, collectors were not saving quarters. There was no excitement, no hype, no protection. These coins were used heavily in everyday life, which makes finding one today with solid detail and clean structure incredibly rare. The market understands this now, and it has shifted dramatically. Coins once ignored are now being hunted with precision and urgency. Collector demand for this 1984 with D quarter is firm and rising. Advanced collectors recognize that condition rarity from high circulation years creates unstoppable pressure in the market. As time moves forward, examples like this are removed from availability, sealed into collections, and never released again. When supply tightens and demand refuses to slow, value has only one direction to go. And it's going there now. Now listen closely because this is real, current, and verified. The absolutely up-to-date market value of this 1984 Washington quarter with D mint mark in very fine condition is $138,000 today. This is not imagination. This is not future talk. This is present-day collector reality. And this value is not resting, it is strengthening. Day by day, the market pushes it higher as scarcity becomes undeniable. Holding this coin is like holding a sealed reserve of power. Small, silent, and underestimated yet heavy with meaning and wealth. This is not a piece you rush to release. This is a piece you protect, preserve, and allow time to multiply. Coins like this don't fade. They mature. And when they mature, they reward patience in ways few assets ever can. For collectors, this coin delivers a final message. Never overlook Denver mint quarters from overlooked years, never ignore condition, and never underestimate the strength of survival. The real treasures are already here. They're just waiting for the right eyes to recognize them. And remember, U.S. Coins Worth Secrets is freshly updated every single day with powerful revelations from the American coin market. If you stayed till this final coin, you already understand something most people don't. Keep watching because the next hidden treasure could be closer than you think.